Today's episode of Shut Up Evan is sponsored by Mister. Did you know you can get your prep for free? Mister provides 100% free prep and doxypep prescribed online and delivered directly to your door. Whether you have insurance or not, Mister's got you fully covered in 3 easy steps. 1, sign up at mister.com. 2, consult with your doctor online. 3, complete your at-home test kit. And then your prep and doxypep come right to your door. No doctor's office, no needles, no paperwork. Easy, judgment-free, and totally online. Head to mister.com to get started today.
Shut up, Evan.
It's interesting because it's like, thinking about this relationship with you and Connor, he similarly is also a filmmaker as well. And I'm wondering if you were to sort of like map out the next 5 years for yourself. Obviously, I imagine you're going to continue seeking out projects that have you on camera. But are you also interested in continuing to develop scripts at all, find projects to direct as well?
I think it's inevitable within the next 5 years. I have my feature debut, which I probably will have wrote, and just the egomaniac in me is going to act in it. Not because it doesn't feel like it comes from a place of conceit. At least it feels like it comes from a place of, I have a specific tone I like when I write. Selfishly, I enjoy what I write, and it feels like the only person who writes like me is me. Whether or not it's great or will be appreciated or anyone will think it's good, I have no control of or no prospects of even possibly understanding, but I like it. And so I want to exist in the worlds I create.
You've spoken about some of these directors, these great directors that you hope to work with.
Yeah.
I imagine it's amazing to be meeting fellow actors, but as a filmmaker, I imagine it's also particularly resonant when those kind of people, the kinds that have that creative apparatus of making work, are coming up to you, wanting to meet you. And so does that hit differently when it's the writers and directors that are approaching you and seeing you?
As much reverence as I have for actors, I would say it's more consistently as of late that I'm getting starstruck by the filmmakers. I just met Joachim Trier, who just did Sentimental Value. I'm a huge fan of Reprise and Worst Person. And meeting him, I didn't really know what to say. My only, my quick read of it was just pour as much love onto him and admiration you have for him, and just it was just word vomit and I couldn't really find words to speak. Even now I'm like reliving it. I'm getting nervous thinking about it. And actors, as much as I admire them, I feel more kinship with actors, I guess. Whereas directors I sort of revere more so, I would say.
On my Instagram, I asked my followers if they had any questions for you. And I attached a Google form to it, thinking maybe, 20, 40 people. 21,000 of your fans responded with questions. And I did want to bring in one because I find it relevant to what you're talking about now. This comes from Sumay in London.
Oh, that's cool, Sumay. I like that.
Hi, Hudson. I would like to know who you would place in your Mount Rushmore of film directors. Stay sexy and blessed.
Stay sexy and blessed.
Stay sexy and blessed. Now, this is interesting because you've been asked about directors that you want to work with. That is separate from this. This is just your Mount Rushmore of film directors.
I'm already going to just object to that, but I'm going to ask you to give me a category.
Okay.
You can just give me this type of filmmaker or...
Okay, so my first inclination is to go horror, but I'm going to scratch that because I think the list seems a little bit more obvious. Let's go with directors who make classics. Does that make sense when I say that? I'm thinking, I hope I don't take one from you, but like a Rob Reiner, like the kind of directors that make movies with permanence.
Yes, okay. Forgive me, I'm going to say someone who's just an awful person, but Hitchcock. He's someone who, and even by saying this, I concede to the, separate art from artists. But his movies I find truly comforting. I've loved them since I was a child, and I always revisit them. I still see the mastery in them, and I'm always rediscovering his movies, and I really love them so much. I'm going to go Park Chan-wook because I think he's making modern classics and ones that I just hope to stay. In my head, I'm like, classics means old-time directors. And then, unfortunately, in the past, it's just been that, like, women haven't really just been afforded the luxury and they've been discriminated against. So we only recently are getting the Lynn Ramseys, the Sophia Coppolas. But I guess I could say modern class. Oh my God, this is
I like
fucking
your
tricky.
brain.
Okay, I'm gonna exclude Park Chan-wook and I'm gonna retract him and I'm gonna say older people. So I'm gonna say Hitchcock, Billy Wilder. I'm gonna do Bergman and then I'm gonna do. Oh my God, this is really good. Let me just. Did I say Billy Wilder?
Yeah.
I'll say Kubrick.
Kubrick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't want to say him because he was my first choice.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
why I didn't
fair.
say him.
I was curious if you were going to go Cassavetes.
I like Cassavetes' style approach more than I've loved his movies.
Ah.
I like A Woman Under the Influence. It's one of the best, but a lot of his movies, I appreciate them more than I actually enjoy watching them. Even though I do enjoy watching them, they just, Kubrick, none of his movies haven't just hit me like a truck of you know, I'm a contrarian. A lot of times I don't want to go against the grain, but I just happen to find myself going, this guy, you guys like this guy? But Kubrick is just that good at what he does. And it's scary how fucking amazing he was at what he did. Yeah.
I sent you a text a few weeks ago in the lead up to this interview because I wanted to surprise you with someone that you're a big fan of. And I asked you for a list of your favorite actors. I asked you for, I think,
6.
Yeah. And you gave me like 12. It was an expansive list.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to bring one of these 12 actors that you named as one of your all-time favorites into the conversation.
I'm going to like pee or something. I'm going to poop.
Hi, Hudson. This is Michelle Williams and Busy Phillips. And we're here to say congratulations. We're so excited for you, and we love watching you. And we were wondering who inspired you when you were young and growing up? Like, what performances or what artists could you, like, carry along with you on this journey that you feel like has sort of been by your side invisibly and you still feel connected to now? Okay.
I'm going to be honest. I just missed the second half because I couldn't just believe what was happening. What was the last part? Holy shit, fuck. Holy shit. Holy fuck. She is huge. She is one of my... Wow. What did she say in the end? Someone I carried with me? An actor I carried with me?
I think so. I blacked out because I was watching you reacting to it. So
oh, my God. I'm sweating. Like, my heart. Oh, my God. Manchester by the Sea, Blue Valentine. I want to... Brokeback Mountain, which she is so fucking good. What she does in Blue Valentine is something, if I could do something like that and make it as good. Her scene with Casey Affleck in Manchester, she's played Marilyn, and she kills it. She is The Fabelmans of recent memory. Oh my God. She can do anything, and she is such a stunning actor. And she can be, I use this word and I don't want people to like lose their minds, but like, I really like people who can get ugly, like devoid of, they're not trying to carry themselves. There's no air of celebrity in their performance or the other bullshit that doesn't matter. And she does that better than everyone. She is so fucking good. Anyway. So carry her with me. And then other people.
I think it's worth, like, you know, taking a moment to say how incredible that you put out something in the world that those who have inspired you have been inspired by. And that's just so remarkable. It's like someone like Michelle Williams is calling in to ask you a question because she saw your work and was moved by it. So everything you just said, you gave her that similar feeling in watching you do your thing.
Yeah. No, I can't quite believe that. Um, I still can't even process that that is something that exists. It means a lot. Yeah, I truly cannot like comprehend the idea that this show, um, as brilliant as I think like Connor and Jacob are, it's hard to believe people watch this and are inspired or even refreshed or find it remotely interesting what I do. But it's very kind and sweet.
Do you believe the sentiment that's going around? And I'll have you answer her question in a second. But like, I think something tectonically has shifted in the world as a result of this show. And I mean that with some level of hyperbole, sure. But I also feel like since this show came out in the States here the day after Thanksgiving, things haven't been the same. I don't know how to explain it in any other way but to say it just feels like something changed. Something got lifted off this compounding weight. All of the world's problems have not been solved. Don't get me wrong here.
World hunger's over.
Yeah, yes. Thank you, Jacob
Yeah.
Tierney. Fucking cottage. I wrote about Heated Rivalry for my newsletter, and I said that I am so accustomed to just collectively going online with my hater brain, and sort of that's just how I understand things to be. I thought all we did was go online and hate on things. I thought that was the collective experience of what it meant to be an online human being these days. And yet, with Heated Rivalry and this remarkable fandom, I don't know, do you feel that, like, I'm not talking about the work, I'm talking about the effects of the work in terms of, like, is it far-fetched to say, like, making the world a better place?
No, that's not for me. I can't comment because I'm the most biased and way too
Yeah.
inside the wind tunnel to possibly know how it's affecting other people. But if any of what you said is like remotely true to at least 3 people, then that's fucking amazing. And I think then it's all worth it if truly like 3 people, it made their life a little better. I think it's worthwhile. But no, I really don't know what it's. I have no objective opinion.
Fair enough.
But people, to answer Michelle's question, I almost started bawling. That was crazy. I would say Mark Rylance has always been someone who I really appreciated. I remember Pacino saying, I really hope it was Mark Rylance now that I say this, and I think it was, but he said, people say, oh, you're one of the best actors of all time to Pacino, and he goes, oh, then you haven't seen Mark Rylance. And once I heard that, I watched a lot of Mark Rylance, and he is great. Interesting characters. He always makes you lean in. This might be my longest answer because there are so many. Parker Posey, as of recent, just because of her, she's an indie darling. She was that indie fucking like badass. That was fun, believable, odd. Her, Michael Stuhlbarg is really great. But that was more informing, I think, my modern self when I was young. Heath Ledger is my all-time favorite actor. I like character actors. I like how he's aesthetically very fucking beautiful to look at. But he can just completely betray that, and it's never distracting. And he can be ugly, he can be this, he can be deranged. Brando, I know everyone cites him, but he truly is, besides maybe James Dean, Montgomery, Monty Clift, those guys of that generation, there was a revolution in how they used their eyes and how much soul just pushed through. Also, I think they could lean on the writing back then of, it was a little bit more wonderful, in like a wondrous sense back then, that I think allowed us to kind of like gaze into their eyes and just see the stars a little bit. I would also say, fuck, why is his name just escape me? Doctor Strange Love. Peter Sellers is really great. Jim Carrey for how like wild he can be. Ryan Gosling for I just like how still he can be.
You're such a cinephile.
Yeah, I love movies. Yeah.
Today's episode of Shut Up Evan is sponsored by Mr. Did you know you can get your prep for free? Mr. provides free prep and DoxyPep prescribed online and delivered right to your door. No doctor's office, no needles, no drama. What are you waiting for? Sign up at Mr.com today. From movies to music, I wanted to bring a pop star into the conversation because, you know, why not be more expansive?
Hi. I'm so starstruck through the phone. Hudson, nice to meet you. I'm Gracie. Evan, icon. My question is, what is your Enneagram number? I really, really, really want to know. And if you don't know it, I kind of feel like you should do it live on air together. That's just a suggestion. And I would also love to know your sign, your sun, moon, and rising. And if you are having a good day, and maybe also what you had for breakfast. Love you guys. Mwah.
Whoa.
Okay, let's work backwards. What'd you have for breakfast?
Okay. I didn't eat breakfast, and my hands were shaking at this brunch because I hadn't eaten anything, and I was under dressing, and I was just pounding sliders in Marissa Tomei's face. Name drop. Sorry. Anyway, so I had 2 sliders. I had some fish. I had some steak skewers. That's all I remember. A salad. It was great. And then what was the other one? Sign, Aquarius.
How was your day?
Great. I'm well fed now. I'm emotional. Kind of blown away now. Like I'm kind of like in the stars now.
Yeah, your astrology stuff, it's out of my purview.
I'm an Aquarius. February 13th, 2001. Born at like 1 p.m., I think. Yeah. No, 11 a.m.
And
11
then, like,
a.m.
isn't there a rising and a...
I don't know that stuff.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Are you an astrology person?
No, but I appreciate when people tell me about my stuff. This was like me fighting ADHD for a long time. I didn't want to be diagnosed because then it was like, it felt like I would have a lack of, you know, my control over my life felt like it was more up to something rather than it's in my hands. So anything like that just kind of makes me go, fuck that.
And then do you know about Enneagrams?
No.
I feel like it would be too complicated for us to get into right now. But let's circle back to this at some point. But basically, my understanding of Enneagrams, I'm not even well versed enough on it to really explain it. I just know that I am the enthusiast.
Yeah. Gracie was so cute. Oh my God. That was crazy. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
she's the best. So,
Yeah, wow.
but we'll learn about it off mic, and then maybe you'll come back and report back, and we'll figure out what your Enneagram is.
Okay.
I want to bring one other person to the conversation. I don't know if you'll know who this is. Are you a reality television person?
I won't know this person.
Okay. I want to bring them in because they are a huge fan of yours.
Okay.
They have been potting about you and Heated Rivalry very religiously.
Okay.
And anytime that they talk about the show, it goes mega viral. Her big quote about the show when asked about Heated Rivalry is she described it as gay.
It is gay.
It is gay. So I want to bring in Gabby Windey of The Bachelor.
I know the name. That's rare. That's good. Truly, like, I don't know
and like
anything.
no Canadian Traders, like
No, Jacob produces that, and I still haven't seen it. I think I've seen like 1 season of either The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. I'll say all this reality TV I've seen. I've seen 2 episodes of Survivor.
which two?
There was a guy hanging, and he was trying to hang for a long time. That's all I remember. And I've seen 2 seasons of Alone. We're done.
That's it. No Housewives.
People around me watch like Too Hot to Handle. I think Vanderpump Rules.
That is a show.
That's a show.
Yeah.
My friends watch that.
Okay, well, Gabby was on the 3rd season of The American Traders and won.
Oh, so she's a social little,
She's
she's a fox.
Hi, Hudson. I'm Gabby, and first I wanted to congratulate you on all your success, obviously. It's so refreshing to see such talented, unknown actors on a big TV show. But have you ever heard of a merkin? A merkin is a pussy toupee. Men normally wear them on their head, but in filming in a nude scene, women wear them around their pussy, and you get to pick whether it has hair or not. So I was wondering, what's your process in these nude scenes of taping it back, of securing your ding-a-lang? Do you get a merkin? Do you get to choose what kind of a hair it has? I think we're all just dying to know the process. So please go into as much detail as you can. It's really insightful information.
I got you, Windy. I do the whole show in a pussy toupee. They're always like, why are you changing colors? Why does it have a weave? I'm going bold down there, and people don't see it, but like, I'm like representing different cultures. It's kind of insensitive. It's kind of like racy. We're on the line, but it's just informs my character. No, all I have is a cock sock. It's like a ballet slipper meets a Crown Royal bag. And you kind of just like, you kind of go balls in first. I remember Connor and I broke the ice by trying this on in front of each other with Jacob and Shayla. And they're like, you don't have to show us. You just can try it on for yourselves. But Connor came out first because I was like, I went in and was like, this thing won't work. This is broken. No way. And then he came out and was like, it works. And we just going around showing us the whole thing. And I was like, what? How did you? And then he was like, no, you have to squat. He's like, the whole thing, you can stand and try for as long as you want. You won't get it. You have to you're like this in the goddamn wherever you are. And then you have to dip in, get the balls first. If you ever need to try one on, get the balls really pulled in there, and then shove schwanz down into schwanz. Da. Ja? No, Germans is ja. Ja. Cinch, tie, and then tuck in, and don't try and pull it off, because God, your stomach will hurt. If you have male genitalia and you try to pull that thing off, fucking hell. Oh my God. I did that. I was like, get this thing. And I was just in a bathroom. It wasn't even a bathroom. It's like your little tent, like changing stalls on set. And I was like, just rolling. I was like, oh my God. Anyway, so I have that, and then just a little shave for down there because our pubes were out. I think I saw pubes in a couple shots.
I saw pubes.
Yeah, pubes are there.
Yeah.
Keep them well kempt. I don't like anyone going hairless. I like something that doesn't look prepubescent, or like on a penis, it can look like a naked mole rat pretty quick. So just keep it going down from your legs. Because if you wear like a Speedo, you shouldn't be able to see it everywhere else, in my opinion. And this is just my opinion. I don't like treasure trails unless it's really like low, or you just have hair everywhere and then it's fine. This is just on me, so like caveat. And then I like to, not the legs, get up in your taint, bend down, look back. Trim your butt, because even if you're not participating in anal sex, it's just like, you don't want a fucking trap for your shit. You just want to clean.
Oh, your literal shit.
Your literal shit.
Yeah.
You just want to clean that chute. Clean that chute, and yeah.
Do you know why I know you're a good actor?
Okay.
10 or 15 minutes ago, you were near tears, taking in Michelle Williams' feedback about, the greatness of your performance, and then you've switched into this so effortlessly.
Both mean as much to me.
I get it.
Yeah.
No, that's yeah, I get it. On the heated rivalry front, with just a few more minutes left.
What?
I know.
Oh my God.
You're being torn from me.
This feels like it was 5 minutes.
I know.
Okay. Wow.
Do you have an earworm of a Shane quote that has really stuck with you? I have a few, but I'm more curious about yours. Well, I love your line delivery in the hospital room that whole, do you call it a
yeah.
monologue, the mini monologue?
Yeah.
I think it's
The
a combination of that. There's the expression on your face. I mean,
Ilya. I like that one.
it's joy.
Mm-hmm.
But so I think that obviously that whole moment there is a big one for me. I also have like they're not earworms, I guess, but I have like visual cues. Obviously, you walking in to your hotel room in episode 4, right before you go to Ilya's, and you stand there. Do you know the meme?
Oh, when my little foot's turned in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
so much. Obviously, now I'm going to visuals. Like there's like the butt arch from
Yeah.
episode 2
Mm-hmm.
that people really love. Do you know that I did a burned in the brain image list of my 25 burned in the brain images of the
No.
show? I just want to share with you right now and see if anything stands out to you. I'm not trying to be indulgent. For me, this was what stuck out, and I'm curious. Do any of those stand out as like big moments for you?
The one where Ilya walks up to me in the thing, he goes, What room are you in? He just is so massive. He's so aesthetically pleasing. He looks, I think Seth Rogen talked about Zac Efron in this way, but he looks like a giant arrow pointing towards his dick. And it's fabulous. Like my eyes are just, that's what I was looking for. Oh yeah, me in the little suit staring in the mirror is so
That
dorky.
moment doesn't get spoken of enough. Do you think he's preparing to get railed in that moment, or the expectation is sort of like, maybe we'll make out? Like, what do you think he suspects that first encounter will be?
Jacob and I talked about this even before we did it. A part of him wants even more than what happened, but I think the pragmatist in Shane thinks that there needs to be a deliberation which they just part ways and decide never to do this again.
Got it.
And the suit is like, yes, I want to look handsome and presentable, but I want to look serious. And I want to have this serious conversation where I go, we can't do this anymore. And then he just looks at himself, and it takes him a little second, but it's a pathetic, it's sad. It's very cute.
Do you
It's
think
very
Shane
sad.
had ever been with anyone prior to that encounter?
No, he's never been with a man before that.
But with anyone. Like, do you think that was his first sexual encounter? That's what I was wondering when I rewatched it.
In the books, he's like kind of had sex before, but I think it's mainly just like fellatio he's engaged in. And in the books, Rachel talks about it a little bit more, that he's kind of went somewhere in his head where he can kind of enjoy the sensation, and that's about it. So I think maybe that's as... So in my head, I was like, well, we don't discuss it in the script, so that's just what I imagined he's done. But the thing is that still makes it special, that doesn't take away from their newness of it, is he's never had a sexual experience where he wanted to be there. Or there was even a flint of desire.
Until he saw that arrow.
Yeah, until
in
he
the
saw that
locker
arrow.
room.
Yeah.
Okay, last question before I let you go. So it's our understanding, obviously season 2 is coming, we know this much. But then we saw these headlines being like, season 3. Rachel Reed announced that she is going to be writing a new book in the Heated Rivalry series. My Sherlock Holmesing brain sort of says, okay, so season 2 of Heated Rivalry, The Long Game, season 3 of Heated Rivalry, perhaps this new book that's coming.
Yeah.
Have you given this any thought? Am I Sherlock Holmesing alone?
You're Sherlock Holmesing with me, because I also don't know. And I don't think Jacob knows. He has inklings, I assume. The Long Game is definitely season 2, but season 1 is also 2 books.
This is true.
This is not off the record, but how do I caveat? This is me Sherlock Holmesing without insider knowledge, because I'm right there with you and they tell me nothing. So my opinion is not more informed. I think there's a possibility, if we get a little bit more money or budget, which I also don't know, that maybe we could do more episodes.
Yeah.
So maybe we could do more than 2 books, but that also might be too much and too many subplots. So maybe it's 2, and The Long Game's similar size to Heated Rivalry, so I feel like we'd at least do 2. Season 3, if I don't know how long Jacob wants to do this whole show, but there's 6 books total, right? And then now a 7th being written. It's kind of sounds cool that we could do like 2, and then if we did 3 next season, that would be 5, and then we could get last 2 in season 3. But then if we did 2, 4, 6, you see what I mean? I think there needs to be a 3-season thing in one of them just to get through all of them.
You mean 3 books in one season?
I think there needs to be that somewhere, whether that's season 3.
We can table this. We'll give it some more thought. This was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Will you come back for a part 2?
Please?
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so fun. Oh my God. That was fucking amazing.
It did go by so fast. Michelle fucking Williams.
I had to like hold it down. I was about to like, I was like, get the tears fucking.